A ver, ahora sí. Nos quedamos haciendo lo del Palacio Mermonia cuando salieron los burócratas que en el video pasado ustedes ya pudieron ver y ya los tranquilizamos. Estos burócratas miados. Ok, vamos a, ahora sí, a avanzar la historia. Vamos al palacio y ¿ahora qué? Ya lo avanza. Está muy animado el Palacio Mermonia.
Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
¡A huevo! ¿Nos vas a detener,
Excuse me.
pinche madre
Would you
mía?
mind helping me take a look at this report? I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Venga, lárgate de mi vida. Voy a amarte de burócratas.
Seems a lot has been happening.
Malditos burócratas. Sus citadinas y sus máquinas voladoras. ¡Nivelet! ¡Vaya, Nivelet!
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
Quiero creer que yo tengo una voz así. Hola, me alegro mucho de verlo justo en este momento. Pero por favor, denme un minuto. Tengo una cosa urgente que hacer. Estoy cagando en el trono y ustedes me están interrumpiendo. En la antigüedad sí era normal que las sillas grandes tuvieran trono.
In the meantime,
En
please
la
have a seat.
edad medieval.
If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
Tomen asiento si quieren algo de beber. Ok.
Alright, we just ate.
Ah, toma.
Very well then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Pues esperamos, viendo todo el decorado. Ay, mira qué bonitas flores. Ay, mira qué tapete tan de mí, a mí.
All
Mm,
right. That should wrap things up for now.
ya,
All
acabamos la
done with your
burocracia.
work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
No te
Today should be the day
preocupes.
you were released from the fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
Yay,
And we came here to see you right away.
yay. Le cuentan a Nevilet todo lo ocurrido desde el incidente del agua del mar primigenio hasta no sé qué
Massive
cosa.
whale.
Ah, una ballena gigante.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Ya le enfrentamos dos veces, Paimon. ¿Tú sabes qué es?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea.
A la madre, ¿qué tipo de monstruos estarán en el mar primigenio para que salga una ballena gigante? Me gusta que en Genshin ya te dejen enfrentarte a los jefes importantes solo con desde el diario, sin necesidad de haber llegado a ese punto de la historia. Por eso ya la ballena, creo que de hecho ya la vencí tres veces.
A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Puede ser, tal vez. No ocupo respirar al parecer.
Primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Nabil no es de Fontaine, así que no se disolverá.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
Con el poder del amor. Hay otra cosa que nos gustaría
Yes.
preguntarte.
What is it?
¿Qué fue ese temblor de
Oh,
antes?
right. Paimon felt it too.
Nabil, creo que me echó un pedo. Pues,
We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It
A
turns
ver
out
si
that I've
sabes,
just
a ver.
received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago.
Ah,
The
caray.
source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon.
Ay, sí, nos creemos de Star Wars, ok.
If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Chan, chan, chan.
Nadia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
Pues vamos a Poison. Sí, ahí está la base de espina de
I'd also
Rosula.
like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't
Me
leave just
encanta
yet.
Nubilada. Yo los
Still,
acompaño,
we've
muchachos, ¿cómo
formulated
no?
disaster prevention plans for the
No tengo
surrounding
nada que
coastal
hacer.
areas to avoid potential
Lástima que no puede.
catastrophes.
Mm,
I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you
ojalá
there
los
to check on the
políticos en
situation
México
once we
fueran
finish
igual
the
de atentos
museum.
que Nubilet. Nos reuniremos allí cuando haya terminado con lo que tengo que hacer aquí. Pues bueno, nos vemos.
Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Venga, vámonos para allá. Ahora sí, no hay misión que me estorbe. Oh, tengo recompensa de reputación. Voy a hacer una pequeña parada para recogerla. Tururururu, turu. Está ganando obtener las alas de Furina, ¿cómo no? Hacemos pausa. Ay, pero Dios mío, qué estrés es que te estén hablando los. Esta misión secundaria de los Beachleys tampoco la he hecho. En parte, el chiste de hacer videos de YouTube de Genshin tiene que ver con acabar las misiones secundarias que tengo pendientes, de hecho. La 20 de experiencia, nada del otro mundo. Ya con las que voy a hacer, ya seguramente acabo eso. Ese pedo. Ese pello. Ay, güey. Supuestamente me tomé el río Pampa para no andar repite y repite, güey. Supuestamente.
Oh no! What happened here?
Está igual de cuando vinimos la primera vez, Paimon. Todos los edificios de por aquí están en un estado deplorable. Estos se llaman favelas. En México hay un chingo. Y también el resto del mundo. Y no, no es normal, pero bueno. Tampoco hay nadie en la calle. ¿Será que sean? No, no debo pensar eso.
Nadia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still. Jaime means we need to check on her.
Hay que asegurarnos de que la waifu no haya muerto. Pues vamos. Waifu. Ay, la waifu. ¿Dónde está mi waifu? Mira, hay alguien ahí arriba.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
Ay, qué niño.
Whatever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry.
Eso no ayudamos, ¿verdad? Solo vemos y ya.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
Tenga fe, señor. Decir,
My Desiree.
monta de re.
It's pretty sad.
My leg. My leg. How could this have happened? It hurts.
Oh, no. Waifu de lentes le duele la piernita.
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Pobre, pobre waifu de lentes. Ya me estoy deprimiendo nomás de ver esto, güey. Venga, hay que avanzar y encontrar a la waifu suprema. A la waifu suprema del lugar. Qué melancólica está la canción, güey. Neta, qué deprimente sitio. Ok, vamos a recoger ese. ¡Esa mamá ya que está allá arriba! Hidroculo, eres el puro culo. Un culo hidro, listo. Mmm,
Nadia, she's over there. Hey, Nadia, are you okay?
estamos allá arriba. Mm,
You're here.
Uf, waifu suprema número 1.
We
Han
heard there
venido
was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
en pasan.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Damn. La mirada triste.
Mademoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
Damn.
How badly?
Me sueno. Creo que estoy con la del damn, boy. ¿Qué tan graves son sus
Fell,
heridas?
so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
El miedo da alas a los hombres. Lástima que tampoco les da mucho cerebro. Güey, esta Nadia siempre le toca las misiones duras, güey.
He jumped down then.
Primero estaban las misiones de su papá que se murió, que también estaba de... Y ahora está esto de, güey, catástrofe.
Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right.
Pues
Be in
bueno,
charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
del amor.
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise.
¿Bajó?
At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere.
Sí, da colo, no
The rushing
mames, que
water
se inunda el
seemed a
lugar.
little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water.
Hay
leaking from
gente que
somewhere.
desapareció.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape.
Damn.
Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights.
El agua primigenia se comió gente, no mames.
The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end.
Me encanta este mame de... Hubo muertos, pero obviamente no quedaron cadáveres porque se disolvieron. Damn, boy.
The water
Qué
that
te
flooded the
fuerte.
area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible.
Ok, pues está vacío el lugar porque se fueron.
No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
How awful.
Boy.
And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened
Dan una
was a
pesadilla.
bad dream.
Is there any way we can help Nadia?
Para todas las catástrofes naturales deberían de ser solo pesadillas. Vamos a ayudar. Dinos qué podemos
Thank
hacer.
you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I
Se me
really
ocurren
hope
unas formas de que nos dé
can't
las gracias,
express how
pero es un
grateful.
videojuego, así que no. Siento que falta gente aquí. No me digas. Ya te habían dicho que faltaba gente.
Nadia, that's what friends are for.
Los amigos son por siempre, para siempre, por siempre. Las buenas. ¿Dónde están Melus y Silver? No, se
Mademoiselle,
murieron.
we've got a situation here.
I'll be right there.
Están moridos.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
Os ve.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Navia va de un lado a otro hablando con la gente organizando. Deja de tomar las mejores decisiones
Okay, the
posibles.
wounded are being
Pero tiene
tended
una
to,
mirada
and we
triste.
finished a
Creo que decía
preliminary
eso.
head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters.
Eso es todo,
Of
chingado.
course, we should remain ready for anything and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
Bueno,
Thank you.
pues vamos a la tumba del padre. Tenemos un nuevo. A ver. El grito de las gaviotas. Sé testigo de la catástrofe ocurrida en Paisana. Paisana. Ahora vamos a la tumba. Una pequeña pausa antes de ir a la tumba para gastarnos la energía. La resina que se guarda para mañana que hago dominios. Aquí está. Listo. Oh, mira. Completamos el logro para mejoras. Ya, mañana los objetivos diarios valen mi. Los haré por hacerlos, pero ya no me van a aportar nada de beneficios. Mm. Esta semana gasté energía en los talentos de la gira de Furina, así que por eso llegué hoy a. Me gasté lunitas, que tengo un montón de lunitas en mi reserva de lunitas y pues quise gastar para echar a Furina. Hay un poco de pollo. Vamos al cementerio. El único cementerio en todo Fontaine que yo sepa. La
Not
neta me he
even
puesto a
you, huh?
checar otro.
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Yo no vendré un cementerio con una
Right.
crisis.
That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
¿Cómo se ve la cámara de mi cuarto? Todavía tengo mucho.
Nadia?
De todas maneras, ya voy a conectar el foquito. No voy a hacer que se me acabe la luz. Listo, ya la conecté. No te esfuerces tanto, no. Ay, la niña. ¿Qué les digo? A Nadia solo le tocan tragedias, güey.
What's wrong?
Sorry. I
Pobre
just.
Nadia, güey. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa, waifu
The
de los
looks
ojos
in silver.
azules?
They won't ever come back here again.
No, murieron los guardaespaldas.
What should I do, Papa?
¿Qué acá para vender? Digo, no sé.
What happened to them?
Oh, no. Nos
Everyone
sentimos mucho.
agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were
Oh,
helping
no.
evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
Ay, neta, las misiones de Nadia son una telenovela, güey.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least
Malditas
hold a funeral
tragedias.
for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Una mirada al
Everything looks so
pasado.
clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
Nunca es mal momento para tomar vino.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home
Puede,
of
está
those who
muerto.
have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
Y si se antoja un terrenito. Digo, no de tumba, ¿verdad? Pero sí quiero un terrenito. ¿Cómo no?
But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
Tan jóvenes se planos,
I'm
oiga.
quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Está el mame de que todo el agua que se filtra en Fontaine termina en la fuente, ¿no? En la fuente enfrente del juzgado. Así que ahora va a poder visitarlos ahí.
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your request.
All right.
I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
Salió sin
I'm
luz.
sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Pobre
Mama
waifu.
doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Nadia. We'll stay with you.
Sí, estamos aquí.
Thank you.
Toma 2. Ah, mira, surgió otra misión
You
allá.
don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
No.
Con, Burnett,
Burnett, no.
Vernie,
Francine, Corina.
Marina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne,
Oleant.
Hassan, as well as Malus and Silver.
Me encanta la pronunciación en francés, la verdad.
So, everyone else is safe. But still,
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver.
Pérdida es una
We
tragedia.
were able to save more than we anticipated. The
Mm.
overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Pero nadie debería haberse sacrificado a ese
Right.
punto.
don't think that way, Nadia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
Son héroes.
Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh,
Telenovela.
really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
La Arlequino.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no...
Thank you very much.
Graba que tiene X en los ojos.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Nadia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui harbinger would come looking for me.
¿Por qué la estará
Thanks
buscando?
to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui. which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mira tú que no es tan
Mutual
mala.
aid is essential to fostering
Oh,
positive
tiene,
developments. We were
tiene
already in the
una
area, in
vista
any
de
case,
fuego.
so it was nothing.
Tiene un poder de fuego, la Arquelino. Yo pensé que iba a ser otro poder. Lo veía más bien crío. Darse mutuamente es vital para conseguir un desarrollo positivo. Además, no tener problemas en
That
ayudarla.
said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I
Ay,
apologize for all the ways in which
y
I tested you
tijeras.
previously. I've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely
Hay
important
amor
for us
aquí.
to know who we're working with.
Ay,
My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm
ay,
quite
qué amable es la
surprised.
alcalde en
This
esos
is nothing to
actos.
brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed, as I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Hoy por ti, mañana por mí, viejo dicho.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
La niña de mirada
Don't say
triste.
that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person, and they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to
Fueron
become heroes
héroes.
themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now,
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Knob. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
so you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
Me imagino lo que
By
se va a
the
tener
way,
de madre
traveler,
a
Paimon,
el
one
Arquelino.
more thing.
Ay, ¿ahora qué hicimos?
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Nadia listening in. Traveler,
Ay, ¿qué me
I'm
vas a
sure
decir?
you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance.
Venga, hay que trabajar
You and I both
juntos.
know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
Ha llegado la hora de trabajar
Indeed.
juntos.
Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by
Ahorita
the dating
vamos.
of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so my people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster.
So that's why the Fatui were...
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you.
Eran mí.
Which is why I want to give you this task.
Seguro que no hay problema. No pasa nada porque no sea de la casa de la hoguera.
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh,
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's okay.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
Claro que puedes venir.
You wish to join, Miss Nadia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something.
Es una persona muy fuerte, pero ahora necesita estar con gente. Si viene a explorar con nosotros, estará acompañada.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
Vayamos juntos a las
All right.
ruinas.
The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Ahí
Okay,
tenemos un
three
mapa.
of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Se cortó la música. Se volvió a poner. Qué raro corte, esto suena extraño. Ok, yo creo que este es un gran momento para cortar el video y grabar otro. Así que los veo en el siguiente.